Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, Casual Canuck here, where we read Reddit stories. Today I only have two for us, but one has an update, and one is about DoorDash, which I just thought was funny. I'm still working my way through creating like an actual intro. I'm not there yet, so stick with me as we are going to be looking at two stories today. One is from Am I the Asshole? Mom wants me to drive her around on my wedding reception day. And the other one is just from r/DoorDash. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm done with you Dashers, man. Just as somebody who does frequent DoorDash and Uber Eats, I thought it'd be kind of funny just to look at other people's issues with the services. So without any more time wasting, let's get into it. Let's start off with our first story here, which this is just the first part. There is an update from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole? Mom wants me to drive her around on my wedding reception day. So we're going to start here with just a text box, just some text box going around. Last time you were both here after my surgery got canceled, and I thought I was talking to both of you when we were in the living room. I'm sorry she feels I wasn't talking to her. I thought I was talking to both of you. I don't want this animosity between all of us. OP responds with, I'm talking about the last few times they came over for dinner, including Thanksgiving, when you told us, have a nice life. Mother responds with, I guess we'll never move past that then. It doesn't matter that we were all tired that day, nor does it matter that my, holy shit, hyperparathyroidism. Oh, I so hope I got that right. That my hyperparathyroidism affects my mental health. Right out of the gate, we're starting hot. Like, I have no context here. This is just jumping right into it. If we're not moving on from last Thanksgiving, I guess I shouldn't show up at the reception. It doesn't look like the bride would want me there. By the way, you shouldn't come over and use my bathroom. It appears I've picked up a parasite of some kind, either the mac and cheese or Janie. In parentheses here, that's the dog. We invited you because you're important, but you don't get to threaten to not come to my wedding and then pretend everything is fine in a week. Whatever works for you and them. I thought that when fiance came over with you last time, maybe we were going to be able to forgive nor forget, and that we were moving toward a better relationship. Apparently, I was wrong, and that won't ever happen. Why should I attend your wedding? The holidays are just as important to me, and both of you can't come or The holidays are just as important to me, and both of you can't come, or neither of you. She's not making a whole lot of sense here. Do you really not see a difference between holidays that happen every year and a wedding that happens once? The mother replies, I'm done fighting. I'm not going to pretend everything is fine ever. I do need assistance this weekend as my window is scheduled for Monday. I need the curtain rod taken down, or at a minimum, the curtains. I have asked Handyman because I don't want to bother you, but he's not going to be around this weekend. Never mind. I'll have them take the curtain rod. I'll have them take down the curtain rod when they get here Monday. Sorry, I messaged. I have come up with a solution to your wedding reception. Text me if you care to discuss it. No, still not pretending everything is fine. It won't ever be. That is just the way it is. I'm aware it is my imagination to believe we were once close to begin with. That's something that never happened, nor will it. OP responds with, what's your solution? Pick me up before your guests arrive so I can tell blank, congrats, I'm assuming fiance, and put my card in the card box. I'm assuming you'll have one. Then after a few minutes, take me back home so you can enjoy your party. I really don't feel up to being there a long time, and using the walker through the grass will be hard. I wasn't being an ass about not going. These are the reasons why. I know you forget that I have surgery. I know you forget that I have surgery. I'm not 100%. and I've had stomach things all week. Don't forget to save some wedding cake for your first anniversary. It's a tradition. Okay, so that was kind of a bit of a jumbled mess there, but let's actually get into the body of the post. But I guess, I mean, before getting into that, judging from this context, OP and the mother do not get along. This is not the type of love I want in my life. All right, there's a lot that goes into this, so here we go. I, 31 male, am getting married to the love of my life, 24 NB. Curious, I'm actually going to Google that right quick. What is NB in a relationship? Oh, non-binary. Got it. I, 31 male, am getting married to the love of my life, 24 non-binary, later this month. My fiance and my mother do not like each other. I think I've posted about it before. Basically, my fiance sees my mother for the abusive person that she is, but my mother believes she is always the victim. Holidays have always been a point of contention between the three of us. My mother expects my fiance and I to come over to her house to celebrate the holidays on the day of. My fiance typically does not go over because of all of the ways that my mother makes them uncomfortable. Not only does my fiance see how abusive she has been to me emotionally and mentally, but my mother also barely speaks to my fiance when they do come over and rarely ever respects their pronouns, in parentheses, calling them she/her when they go by they/them. So I spend the actual holiday with my fiance as we were trying to build a life together, and I go visit my mother to celebrate on a different day, often the day before or the day after. Big L, do not spend time with your mother. This is how she's reacting to somebody so important in your life. Like, you don't fucking need that. This is relevant because Easter is this weekend. My fiance and I do not celebrate Easter. My mother does. A couple days ago, she asked me if my fiance and I wanted to come over for Easter dinner. Since my fiance and I don't really celebrate, it would have been acceptable to do dinner with my mother on the day of. So I said that I would be happy to come over for dinner on Sunday. I, not we. Just sidebar, what do people have for Easter dinner? Me and my wife, we also don't really celebrate. My kid gets to pick eggs actually this year we didn't even do anything. He didn't even care about it either. I'm not trying to be snarky. We don't celebrate Easter. I don't know. Is it like another turkey holiday? This set off the whole chain of events. My mother became upset because my fiance never wants to come over, and I never spend the holidays with her anymore. Now, she and I have had the conversation around why my fiance isn't comfortable coming into the house and why I typically spend the actual holidays with them. But I understand that she's lonely and change is difficult, which is why I still make it a point to celebrate with her as close to the actual holiday as possible. And this time for Easter, she was going to get her wish of a dinner on the actual day, but because my fiance wasn't coming, it still wasn't good enough for her. OP is clearly a nicer person than I am because I would have cut that shit off like gangrene. Oh, sorry. I don't know if this was meant to be retaliation or control, but either way, it pissed me off. My mother started to say that maybe she just wouldn't come to my wedding reception if we couldn't come to her holidays. In parentheses, we are eloping, so there are no guests at the ceremony, and the reception is going to be an extremely small picnic reception with about 20 people. Yeah, it's weird that the mother wants your partner over there so bad when they don't get along. It does seem kind of like a power trip or something. This isn't even the first time she has talked about not coming to the reception. In the messages, you'll see her mention a surgery and a medical problem. Last month, she had surgery scheduled and was talking about not coming to the reception because she was too self-conscious to be around people with the surgical scar still healing on her neck. The surgery did not happen and had to be rescheduled because she did not follow the doctor's orders, so the scar is a moot point now. No way, your mom totally sounds like the type of person to listen. Totally. But it gets better. That's what we're here for, please. The text conversation that you see picks up after I walked out of her house when she started to blow up at me about, if you and your fiance won't come for Easter, then maybe I won't come to your reception. Right away, you can see my mother having zero regard for my fiance's pronouns. Then it really feels like it devolves into a lot of guilt tripping and a pity party. Oh, but suddenly she still wants to come again, but only if I cater to her by coming to pick her up and taking her home again. That's completely unreasonable, right? I feel like there's no way I will have time to stop what I'm doing to drive her around on the day of my wedding reception. Between errands, setup, and mingling with guests, it's also worth noting that one of the guests is her best friend, who I'm sure would be more than happy to bring her. My relationship with my mother has been strained for a few years now, but I really feel like this could be the final nail in the coffin. I just want validation from strangers on the internet to tell me if I'm overreacting by being completely blown away by this. If you've read this whole thing, thank you, and I appreciate any feedback. I'm not going to read this edit because actually there is a whole update that we're going to get into, but I wouldn't mind reading a couple of the comments that were left on the first post. And that's crazy. Like, on the day of your wedding, right? Like, on the day of your wedding, where I was married, I barely remembered. I wasn't really there for it in a headspace. My wife fucking planned this whole thing in like 3 months. She was a superwoman. I showed up, forgot to get my hair cut. My best man ended up shaving my head in the washroom over a garbage can. It was fantastic. During a wedding, you have no time. Like, between, you got your guests, you got your all the photography you got to do, the speeches, and once the whole thing is done, like, if any of you have gotten married or even been to a wedding, you'd probably know, like, by the time it's done, you just want to fucking lay down. Like, you don't want to be driving, but you just want to lay down with, the person you're with, and that's it. This is absolutely wild behavior on OP's mother. Let's look at a couple of top comments here. Let her not show up to the reception. If she loves you, she'll show up on her own accord. I don't think she has an accord. She's got a walker. Sorry. It sucks having it. It's my dad joke for the day. I'm sorry. It sucks having a parent that manipulates. You don't wonder. Honda probably does make walkers. It sucks having a parent that manipulates you, but that is your day. It's your elopement with your spouse. Oh yeah, it's an elopement. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it still doesn't matter. It's her day. His day, sorry. Your spouse, just for y'all. Don't let her ruin this extremely sentimental time with your partner. And then here we go. I must have missed it. Did OP say the mother drives a Honda? Oh, see? Stealing my shit. Edit, yes, it was meant to be a pun on her own accord and not of her own accord. Yeah, okay, that's where I got it. And we got a kitty throwing a tomato. Pretty sure that's actually a whole meme page. They post the cat throwing different shit every day. That is typical Honda behavior. Okay, we're not going to dive too far into that. I just want to get... dude, the insistent whining, and it is whining. That is not her actual... that's not her actually trying to communicate. Tells me all I need to know. Do not put a damper on your big day. You won't ever get that back. Yeah, be present. Not like me. Yeah, my response to the solution, if you want to hear it, would have been to rescind the invite. No thank you. Your invitation is hereby rescinded, and we'll happily use the limited seating for someone who wants to be there and who is happy for us. Yeah, obviously everybody here is going to agree with OP, so let's just get to that update, because I kind of quickly glanced over this. I actually didn't see the update, and I really want to see what the update is. Ooh, we got some more text boxes. Okay. OP starts out by saying, I will not have time to drive you. I'd suggest asking blank friend or downloading Uber. Oh yeah, Uber's also a thing. Even if you were kind enough, you could just be like, fuck it, I'll pay for your Uber. You have always said you'd come get me. Funny how fiance can come over and pick a couple of fights with me when you were first dating. She's never, again, we're not using the pronouns here. I'll correct it. They never apologized, and I was expected to forgive and forget. I'm not allowed to be forgiven for being quiet one Thanksgiving and have had it brought up multiple times. I'm not going to my kid's wedding via Uber. Keep this up, you won't have a fucking kid. This conversation is over. You will not blame my fiance for my decisions. If you want to be there, you'll find a way or not. That is fantastic. Right to the point. Don't plan on being there. Obviously, it's not that important that I come. How about the age-old, I don't give a shit? I have no wish to be around either one of you, let alone attend your wedding at this point. I'm not yelling into the mic, but she fucking ends like all of her sentences with an exclamation mark. Let's see what OP says. Wow, thank you everyone for taking the time to read and respond. The support confirmed what I was already thinking. So I went ahead and did it. I told my mother no. Obviously she's not happy about it, but that's her problem. In the text you can see my mother refer to a fight between her and my fiance. I want to clarify, it was not a fight. While I was still living with her, my mother was screaming at me for not wanting to spend the night over at my fiance's, then partner's place, telling me not to bother coming home if I did, and kept at it until I was close to tears. My fiance stepped in to defend me and called her out on how shitty and manipulative she was being. This would be one example of her pattern of behavior. It feels good to put my foot down. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I'm going to do my best to give my spouse the relationship they deserve. We will edit. Thank you all for taking the time to read and respond. The support is overwhelming. I also appreciate the replies that have given me some things to think about. At this point, I'm going to mute notifications for the thread due to the sheer volume of responses. I may update again if anything interesting happens, or let you know if she shows up or not. While I was going through all this, OP actually had a more recent post. I might check that out. Maybe we'll check that out, because I'm actually swinging by this pretty quick. Top comment, I'm so proud of you. Do yourself a favor, block her number on your wedding day, and enjoy the peace of celebrating you and your fiance. This is important because we all know she's going to pitch a tantrum, make a day of attempt to derail everything, and draw attention to herself. Yeah, what I'm getting from this one is maybe just OP's mom doesn't want them to grow up and move out. This might be like some sort of, I'm assuming OP's father's not around, or, they don't, so OP's mom is alone, and they're having this sort of relationship with their child, and they're just scared to let go. That's my guess. Oh, $20 says mom winds up in the ER or experience a similar emergency that day. Best to leave the phone off. Yeah. It's your wedding. Leave your phone off anyway. Give your phones to your best man, maid of honor. That person is supposed to have your back on the wedding day. So if she decides to get a burner, someone else can handle that so you don't have to. This person's not getting a burner. Also, let people know she might show up and start shit. Then tell them to shut it down quickly. What? In her fucking Honda Accord? Or her Uber? That's not gonna happen. This is a good one. Like, this is just pure validation. There's, like, obviously the OP didn't do anything wrong. OP seems like a really nice person. So this was, I don't know if this is an update, but it says neither of our moms are coming to the wedding. And now that I'm here, I'm just going to click it because I'm so into this. From r/vent, neither of our moms are coming to our wedding. My fiance and I just learned today that it's likely neither of our mothers will be coming to our wedding. We both have strained relationship with them, so it's not surprising, but it still hurts, and it's fully their choices not to come. My fiance's mom is literally choosing an annual vacation over our wedding. We confirmed today over the phone. I can't even imagine why anyone would choose a vacation over their child's wedding that they knew about for several months. I'm sure it has to do with her being homophobic, to be honest. I'm a trans man and my fiance is AFAB. Well, I'm going to check that out. What is AFAB? Sorry, I'm just a silly man. I don't know a lot of these things. Assigned female at birth. Okay. Where did we go? I'm a trans man and my fiance is assigned female at birth, non-binary. Their mother has always misgendered both of us, and has stated flat out that she doesn't support our union because we are both women, and how this isn't the life she wanted for her daughter. It just sucks. I wish one of us had a good mom. This is a major life event we are going to experience, and without them, I have my own problems with my mom. And you can read about that in my other post if you really want to. We are just fucking sad. We did read that, and we all agree with you. And invite me, I'll be your mom. I can be a pretty good mom. We'll just look at a quick couple of comments, and then we'll move on to our final story. You deserve to be celebrated every single day, and especially on your wedding day. To do this, you should be surrounded by people who love and support you. Let me say this. I know their absence may hurt you, but your bio mom does not deserve to celebrate you and your love. I'm a mom and I can't even begin to imagine their thinking, so I won't try. Just please accept this mom's hugs and love and best wishes for a happy marriage filled with more blessings than there are grains of sand in all of the beaches in the world. That's super sweet. Invite Gloomy Promotion 6695. She'll be a good mom. Invite a friend's mom and ask them to do the mother things at the wedding. I hope your mom gets her feathers ruffled over that. I haven't spoken to my own mother in over 32 years. Sometimes our found family is more family than our blood family. Sending great big hugs and congrats on your wedding. I agree with that entirely. I was a children's aid kid growing up myself. I found some great family along the way. Okay, let's get into our final story here today. It seems kind of quick. A little short one here. And then just, quickly, if you guys made it this far and you like hearing the sound of my voice, maybe you like the stuff that I'm doing, just leave me a like. Leave me a comment telling me you like my stuff or you think I'm a dingbat and that's really stupid. So from r/DoorDash, yeah, not gonna lie, I'm done with you dashers, man. So once again, I just think this is funny because I deal with a lot of really fucking stupid mistakes that happen through DoorDash and through Uber Eats, and I think one of my biggest gripes is when they use more than one platform. So like somebody's doing Instacart, DoorDash, and Uber all at the same time. And you'll see they pick it up and it's like, oh, your estimated order is like 12 minutes away. But you see them go the fucking complete opposite end of the city. And they're just like, oh, I got your order. I'm on the way. And I get it. These companies don't pay their drivers nearly enough. And I kind of just wish we could go back to traditional delivery apps. But we are where we are now. It is what it is. Anyways, let's read this. From the driver. I don't have it now. What should I do? OP here says, bro, I don't know. You're the driver. Go back to the house you dropped my food off to or something. Personally, I would not want my food back after that. There was a little bit more context. I think he posted these out of order. But up here it says, it starts with opened the order as well. We can't see the full text up there. OP says, can you bring the right order? Dasher says, I'm very sorry. I had 2 deliveries and I misplaced them. I don't have it now. What should I do? And then OP sends us a picture of what looks like boneless wings. I might catch some heat. I prefer boneless wings. Call me a child. I don't care. And then we have a separate one. So this is actually 2 separate instances. I read further. That's why the story's here. And OP is reaching out to the dash. Says, "Are you at McDonald's?" He says, "AG, cancel my order, bro. You way on the other side of town, playing and shit, and my daughter's hungry." Ab. I was about to throw my hat on and like kind of get into character for this, but I'm not confident enough yet. None of you are my friends and understand my humor. Let's get into it. It says, "I'm at my limit, man. DoorDash in California fucking sucks, bruh." No, it kind of sucks everywhere. "At my office, I have clear notes saying, please come inside and leave with reception. Not a single dasher has ever fucking done that. They all leave it outside. I work in downtown San Francisco. Why would you leave food outside in downtown San Francisco?" It's a valid question. "Now, the other night, I ordered tacos for my daughter. Dude drops off the wrong order. DoorDash says, fuck me. We won't give you a refund or credit, even though the guy right there says he made the mistake. Now, tonight, oh my fucking God, tonight. Since I'm the best fucking dad ever," slow down, buddy, that's me. "I order my kiddo McDonald's. The kid gets straight A's, so she deserves a Big Mac. In parentheses, we live in different cities. I order the kiddo McDonald's, and I'm like, okay, it should be there. I paid the fee for it to get there fast." Don't ever do that, by the way. I'll talk about that later. "The driver said he's waiting for my order. 30 minutes go by, no McDonald's. Kiddo texts me, she's hungry. Her mom's yelling at me about some BS about McDonald's and it being late, and I don't care. My princess gets what my princess wants. I check the app. This motherfucker is in a different city at a random apartment multi-apping. I call support and get the order canceled, but guess what? We need his permission to cancel it. He says, okay, cancel. I check the app again. DoorDash cannot give a refund or credit. Motherfucker, what?" So here I am screaming at motherfuckers on Reddit, having no food, daughter hungry, still her mama yelling, and these motherfuckers got me out of $60. Fuck y'all. I wish OP would actually tell us how he really felt. I don't think he really put enough emphasis on motherfucker yet. That being said, if you're watching this, don't ever pay for like the fast track service, for the exact reason that a lot of these guys will multi-app. And furthermore, drivers don't like being restricted by having a priority queue. So they might actually just skip you entirely and move on to other stuff, because that like priority, honestly, it's never worth it. Let's go down here. What should I do? Bruh, you lost the food. You figure it out. Food's missing. Please advise, sir. We got this guy here. Did quite a bit of DoorDash years ago. What they'll tell you is it's done and not the driver's problem anymore. So drivers shouldn't do anything. Do this day after day or year after year. And yes, everyone eventually will deliver the wrong order by mixing them up. OP just needs to contact DoorDash and get it over with. Reason I quit years ago was pay was getting bad. I'm sure it's way worse now. I'm surprised the people delivering for this pay can't find their own way out of their own. I'm surprised the people delivering for this pay can find their way out of their own driveway. Facts. And that's, I guess, another thing here too, is he's saying like DoorDash won't refund him and stuff. While I've had issues with DoorDash, I've had issues with Uber. They've actually been really good with just fucking refunding and fixing whatever issues. It just means, like, at the time when you're ordering, you really want your fucking food. And when stuff goes wrong, I don't want the fucking refund, man. I want to delete the app, but I'm a weak person and I never end up deleting the app. Anyways, that's it. Kind of a short one today. Hopefully I don't have any of the audio issues I had last time. I think I fixed that this time. Thank you very much once again for sitting with me. I'm just a middle-aged guy reading stories about other people's problems. That's it. Thank you so much. Thanks for reading with me. Bye.